What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta talk. This ain't gossip. This ain't petty. This right here is a masterclass in what happens when flexing goes wrong. Joe Budden, yes, that Joe, Mr. Pump It Up, Mr. Podcast Pioneer himself, the man who told the industry I'm doing it my way. Well, he might have done it his way, but he might have also accidentally showed people what that way was paying. We talking big money, and the whole thing got leaked by Joe himself. Joe hopped on Instagram and tried to flex his view numbers. Cool, respect. But in the same post, he forgot to fully black out a little thing called Patreon earnings. And what did it show? A shade over $900,000. That's just from Patreon. No YouTube, no ads, no live shows. Just people subscribing to listen to this man talk. And the craziest part, he tried to hide it. Slapped a little mark over it like nobody would notice. Come on, Joe, you know the internet don't miss nothing. Now, once that image hit the well, it went nuclear. The same way you can't unsee a receipt is the same way you can't forget that kind of bag. And people started asking questions, good ones. So let's go back to that episode when Doughboy looked at Joe and asked, how much are you making from podcasting? And Joe, without missing a beat, says about 4 million over 10 years. Now hold up, do the math. 4 million over 10 years. That's about 400 grand a year. Cool, humble. But then he starts backtracking, adding Spotify, adding friends that came to say today. And before you know it, now he's saying 7, maybe 8 mil. Wait a minute. First it was 4, now it's 7 or 8. And if you a co-host, if you one of the boys in that room, then you look around and say, where my cut? Because you've been riding with this man, putting in hours, showing up every week, and you find out later he's making 7 figures, but telling you that y'all are struggling. Nah, that's when the vibe shift. If I'm a co-host, I'm thinking about 3 things. Number 1, am I being paid fairly? Number 2, did he downplay the bag on purpose? And number 3, if that's just a Patreon, how much else am I not seeing? You could feel the room on that episode. Doughboy called him out and said, that's cap. And even Joe started laughing like he knew it was cap. Now let's be real. This ain't the first time it was tension on his show. Rory and Maul, yeah, we remember. So when this leak happens, it ain't just a mistake. It's a flashlight shining on all the things people already suspected. Twitter, Reddit, YouTube comment sections, they went crazy. Joe Budden been hiding the bag. Bro tried to flex and fell on his face. People were not just laughing. They were mad. Not because he made money. Nah, we love to see folks win. But because he acted like he wasn't winning. He wanted the credit for being an underdog while quietly cashing out. That's the issue. You can't sell the struggle if you living in luxury. Now let's talk facts. The podcast game, it ain't broke. Top creators on Patreon are pulling in millions. You add YouTube, Spotify deals, ads, touring, merch. You can get rich without ever touching a label again. Look at Casanat, he's gaming, and he's clearing more than most rappers. Podcasting ain't the side hustle no more, it's the main event. And Joe Budden, like it or not, is one of the reasons that that's true. But when you one of the first at the table, you gotta decide. You gonna eat alone or make sure everybody got a plate? So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Joe Budden built an empire with his voice, with his mind, with his mouth, and that deserves credit. But this little slip up, it reminds us the game is always watching. You wanna flex? Flex. Just own it. Don't hide money with one hand and wave the other hand like you broke. And if you got a team, treat them right. Money comes and goes, but reputation, loyalty, that's what lasts. Joe said keep your head down and work. But next time, maybe lift your head up and make sure the people around you eat too. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.